Hello, welcome to the second episode of With the Stars. Yeah, that's right. That's with two S's. With the Stars. My name is Kevin Robinson, the producer and director of this wonderful show. This is episode 2. My celebrity that I'm talking about today, behind the scene, Mr. Barry White. Man, y'all gonna be interested and y'all gonna be very curious about the things that happen with me working with Mr. White behind the scenes. I'm gonna keep on doing these episodes, man. I work with stars like Brandy, Rosa Parks, Barry White, Queen Latifah, let's see, Boyz II Men, KC and JoJo, Immature, Brownstone, Keith Sweat, Tony Danza. I said Tony Danza already, but you know what? This could have never been possible without me having a job and meeting Mr. E. Jackson in Los Angeles, California, the owner of the Jackson Limousine Company. That's right. All of the award shows you see, the Emmys, the Grammys, the Country Music Awards, the Lady Soul Train Awards, all those award shows. Yeah, I worked them. And it wasn't for Mr. Jackson, I would have never had the opportunity. How did I get this experience? Being a police officer for LAPD. All of the stars you see on stage getting trophies and awards, they're protected by LA's finest, LAPD. And so that's how I got this opportunity. So I'm starting this show with the stars. I'm going to tell my story as a chauffeur and bodyguard behind the scenes. Some of the experiences and some of the exciting things that went on with these stars. Now, if you're tuning in for something negative about people, no, you're not going to hear that. I'm going to tell you all the good stuff about these stars, man. It's going to be so exciting. And stay tuned for my third episode. I'm going to be talking about Brandy. Yes, when I worked with her on the set as her bodyguard on Moesha. It's going to be interesting, some of the things I learned. And I'm going to tell you a little secret about Kobe, too, on the set. But you got to check it out. Stay tuned. It's coming. Check this out. I'll talk to you later. When I was in junior high school, I went to school with Barry White Jr. And for some reason, our relationship, we became very close. We became best friends. And so I started spending the night in Encino, California with Mrs. White. And wow, it's emotional sometimes just thinking about the times when we went across the street and played at Michael Jackson's house out there in Encino, California, man. And we were kids, so I didn't have any clue what I was getting into. I didn't know I was playing with Barry White Jr. I didn't know I was playing with Michael Jackson. I didn't know, I went to Mulholland Junior High School out there. And then I went to Birmingham High School. And living in the hood, it was something for Barry White Jr. to come over to my house and spend the night. My mom let him come over and spend the night. And we had so much fun. We had so much in common because we both like model tanks. We like putting together model tanks. We would collect the tanks. And then sometimes I would go on concert, go backstage and hang out with Barry White and Barry White Jr. He would play the drums. And also Barry White and Barry White Jr. taught me how to play the drums. And so to this day, I can play the drums a little bit. And so it was really fun growing up, with Shay, Barry White's daughter, and, Daryl, I miss you, Daryl. If you looking at this video, man, hey, man, what's up? Barry White Jr. And so I became close. It became like I was one of his chauffeurs, driving him around in a limousine and one of his bodyguards. And on top of that, it's like he was like a father figure. We had so many conversations in the limousines, that conversations that I'd never even had with my own dad, and it's like, it was really touching. One day we went to Watts, California, over there in the hood in Los Angeles, California, and in a limousine, and we got over there, and he says, pull over right here, and it had a lot of kids out that day, I guess because the ice cream truck had just came by, and it was like, we got out of the limousine, and so I'm standing by him, in protective mode, and you know how you hand out candy to kids and on Halloween, and Barry started handing out $100 bills to kids. I mean, kids 5, 6, 10, 15, 18 years old, just handing out $100 bills to kids like it was candy. And I was like, wow. You know, the more I worked with him, the more I put my life on the line for him. You know what I'm saying? I would put my life on the line for him, because this man is heaven sent. You know, and I'm like, this is really amazing that he's handing out $100 bills like this. And it's like, we've had so many conversations about, you know, he gave me advice, me and his son, about growing up and in life and working and pursuing our dreams, you know. And it's like, I'm not going to leave all my money to my kids that if they're not going to do the right thing, you know. You don't want to ever get out there strung out on drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, and just spend all his money and waste all his money that he worked so hard for over the years. And it's like, you know, the angles of the conversations that we had, his loving mom, you know, his daughters, his kids. It's like, you know, Betty, you know, it's like being in this world, you know. Every day you might see him on TV or in a concert or something like that, but imagine living with this man. It was deep. Keep on watching with the stars. This is episode 2. Check some more out. Peace.